Good morning and welcome to my home. If you're new here, my name is Karen and this is my cat Leo. It's time to get ready for the day. I always like to get dressed to the shoes and put my makeup on first thing in the morning. There is our cat Woozy.
You already ate.
What you making?
What am I making?
Yeah.
I'm making eggs and bacon with a small amount of cheese.
Nice.
I'm gonna bulk up on my protein this morning, and then in the evening I'll head towards no carbs, no protein, and just vegetables.
Vegetables or carbs?
Oh, I'm gonna head towards like green things, healthy stuff.
You should put protein with it.
Salad, yes.
Balance it in your body.
You're right. What are you doing?
I'm seeing what you're having for breakfast.
I told you what I was having.
Today we're going to start organizing the basement, which is super exciting to me, but my morning routine is also very important. And as tempting as it is to go ahead and get down in the basement and start organizing, I always want to make sure I put my morning routine first. So I'm clearing off my desk because it's a big mess and I want to do my prayer journal and do some Bible reading and my devotional time. So I'm just getting that cleaned up because it is a relaxing thing that I love to do every morning, but it is definitely not relaxing when everything is a mess. And I'm also writing down my little to-dos for the day so I don't forget things that I need to do for my health coaching business. And here is my layout for today. I just thought I would show you that quick little layout. It's super simple. I don't always do the complicated or tons of stickers, but I just like to have something pretty to write on. I always have a place to write what I am thankful for, as well as a place to write down prayer requests, and then often a Bible verse for the day. I'm sorry I'm having to film you. People are going to love this. A man is doing the dishes.
No copyright when I'm singing. Ooh,
Let me tell you, Robin not only emptied the dishwasher and filled it for me, but he had also already made the bed. So he is helping me big time, and it's going to make a big difference in my energy level. Honestly, whenever somebody does something for me, I think service is my love language. The other day, I got up in the morning, I had gone to bed. Robin and I had gone out on a little date night, and I got home and our kitchen was a real mess, and I was like, I'm too tired. I don't care. I'm going to bed. So I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning to a clean kitchen because my daughter Yvonne had cleaned the whole kitchen for me after she got home from work before she went to bed, and oh my goodness, that just meant the world to me. I think as a wife and mom, or as a wife, or as a female, anytime somebody does something for you around the house, that pretty much becomes your love language, even if you have a different one. Alright, so this stuff is trash from when we decluttered before.
Right, we'll get that out of here.
Right, are you up for going to the dump today or no? When would we do that? I don't want to stuff the car full.
I may be going in town. I could go to the dump at the same time.
Okay.
I'm not using it, so.
Are you taking it up now?
No. Setting it aside.
Okay, it's going up today though.
Yeah.
But I really want to I thought if we could get this shelf cleaned and organized, that would be a good thing. Like start small, keep on moving. This stuff is trash too. Because it broke. then this is one piece of ceiling. Are we going to take it to the faux metal ceiling? I know we're getting rid of it, so there's really nowhere else to get rid of it, right?
It's just it's plastic. It's not.
Yeah, so that can go with it. All right, so even though I never, ever, never recommend this, I was thinking of taking, because there's not a ton on here, like this I need to empty, of taking everything off the shelf and starting over.
Yeah, that's fine.
Does that sound good?
Yeah. Just take stuff off. You can do that. This should be there.
This is a plant I killed.
This has got leaves in it. Who does that?
I never brought that down here. You know what? I'm just getting rid of this whole thing. I can't get the dirt out of it. It's like glued in. Why would you glue dirt in? This bug spray is pretty much empty.
I mean, most of this is, I mean, we got stuff that's already somewhat.
Yeah, I wanted to switch it over to clear boxes that you can kind of see in and label. Dirt. You know what? I have some soil upstairs when I grab it.
These don't belong here either. These straps belong over there.
4.
Hey. Everybody needs one of these, right? No, that's not true. No.
Every time I work in the basement, I also want to think about cleaning and dusting it. I don't want to just organize. I want to have a clean basement. I'm dusting.
Oh, you're on top of my head.
I'm dusting on your head, obvious.
Thank you. So good. I had dust on my noggin for a while. This is such a great.
This is the moment. We are clearing off the shelf, and I'm thinking, I really need to get that window clean. That's over our head. Can you tell? I had a little thought bubble that came up, and now I'm trying to dust, and he's doing something on the top. I was going to pull this out a little so I could dust it better. But you have chains on top of it.
Really?
I also was thinking about, like, cleaning this one. Actually, yes. Let's pull this out and sweep under. My husband is so patient with me. He doesn't always understand why I need to clean everything under and around where we're working. Ooh. Mamacita.
What do you want to put on what?
Like this one fits. See?
Right, it fits one container on the shelf. Yeah.
Is that a hidden message for me?
I don't know.
Do you
Do
not
you
like
want two
that?
containers or one container?
Well, if I went
That's
like
fine.
this, it would fit 2. See?
Okay. Is that a hidden?
I'm like, what are you trying to say?
There's nothing hidden about what I said.
Maybe something should be hidden about this. Consider not telling me
I have a feeling.
I don't know if these two will fit.
Yeah,
There we go.
they do.
Took off the winter. Oh, and then off-season clothes.
Wait, there's a third.
Reasons I don't normally label because I changed my mind. So it's like, do you go up and waste your time on a Cricut label when you're probably going to change your mind at some point? That's the
Okay.
question. All right, so what do we have here? We have lawn stuff.
I mean, you have your leaf blowers. I don't even know whether you want them there, but I mean, that's where they've been. And then you
we have that I want to switch to something.
the
clear.
green thing?
Yeah, I want to put it in clear. A clear one.
Okay, that has things in it you don't want to be clear.
Why?
They're hatchets. You don't want somebody coming down here and knowing where your hatchets are.
Well, how do you label something and not? Are you really worried about somebody coming down here and stealing your hatchet?
Not stealing my hatchets, no.
Using your hatchets?
Yeah, just coming down
Who?
and getting one.
Your
Who?
youngest is 16.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying it's a good idea to not have them, exposed where somebody just goes, hey,
We
let's
could put
grab
it up
one.
here where they can't reach it.
Shit, they can't reach it. Okay, that 27-year-old. Yeah, okay.
All right. So, anyways, lawn.
On to other stuff. There's like car cleaners, pesticides. There's a mishmash of stuff
So,
here.
how
But I
about
think
if we do?
your main things are going to be the stuff for the car and stuff for planting.
All right. So, stuff for the car, stuff for planting.
You just trying to put it in 2 plastic boxes?
Yeah.
What's the rest of the 3 shelves?
I don't know. We'll get there when we get there.
Antifreeze, right?
Yep.
That's antifreeze. Antifreeze. This is Windex. This is no, that's weed killer. This is to make your car shine.
All right. So the weed killer can go in this one.
This is for the chainsaw. That's bar and chain oil. This one can go in here. I'm guessing if you want outdoor
Bug
Windex on your car.
Weed grass killer. That's for the house I got. We should use this.
No, that's not for the house. Right, windows. You're not gonna,
We have windows on our house.
yes, we do have windows on our house. But you're not going to spray your window from the outside if you can't reach it.
What?
Anyway, okay.
That's what the guy's doing on the stinking cover.
I see that. That makes about as much sense as the cover picture does.
Well, why don't we get rid of it then?
I don't think we should get rid of it. I think we should use it for the cars. That's what I was saying.
Alright, fine. Use it for the car.
When you wash your
Whatever.
car.
Alright. Wow, I feel all this this is hummingbird nectar.
Right.
I should probably refill the neck of that because they haven't been even drinking it. They don't like it. Okay, so these are pots. This is
Fertilizer. No, that's ant killer.
ant killer.
So,
This we're gonna plant today. Whoa, dear.
yeah, there's an axe for you.
And
This is why I don't put it in clear things, right? I don't even know how that ended up in there. It's supposed to be in the
What's
green
this?
one. That's stuff that fell out of that.
Which is it?
I think it's this.
Can you get me that trash bag?
No, what are you doing with, we have the whole chainsaw thing here.
I know. Wait a second. Chainsaw.
The chainsaw was fine where it was if you're trying to organize this thing.
Right. This is.
That's bar and chain for the chainsaw. That's why I said that.
Do we have anything else for? What's over here?
Alright. So here I think you've got more no, this is house and mildew killer.
We're gonna need a third box. Unless I take my pots out of here, which I could do.
This is for cars.
Can you use a Joe Max with when you're power washing? Okay, Robin?
Can you use Joe Max for your power washing?
Yeah.
You're supposed to use it and then scrub the building down, so
Was that a yes or no?
I don't know, I'd have to think it through.
Anyways, pass me the Joe Max. I'm not going to want this on a very high shelf because it's going to be heavy. Armor all is definitely for the car. Wow, this stuff I didn't know I had. Wheel and tire. Yeah, this is car stuff.
Right, things that you're cleaning your car with. Brake fluid. This is to fill holes in the house. So
In the house?
This goes over on the
Okay.
construction. This is to kill or catch mice.
Vermin.
And where do you want to put that?
We might need a third box.
This goes over in the other place too. This is deep woods off, so I would assume that's not going there.
Well, it goes over here because outdoor stuff.
Power steering. Yep. This is de-icer. That's for the car. That's bar and chain. And heat. Those are all car. I think you're done with your car stuff as far as the liquids.
Put a lid on it.
These go with that.
Do we want them in a box? Do you want your jack stuff in a box?
No.
Okay. Because I was just thinking those poles are going to fall through the holes.
Right. I mean, we could put that little piece in a small gray container we have over there. Right?
Actually, even better.
You have a small gray container that you were working with, right?
I have to address the elephant in the room. Did anyone else notice that we must keep the hatchets in a colored box so that no one will kill us with it? But the chainsaw is out on the top shelf.
These are our chains to get tires out.
Okay.
We have two of these. There's one outside, so I'll put that one back. But yeah, pretty much lays that out for you. So this fits here. Right.
I need to ask more questions about the whole hatchet versus chainsaw thing. I just can't seem to let it go in my brain. I'm thinking that maybe he saw one too many horror movies where somebody used a hatchet to do evil things, but he just has not ever seen Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know what the deal is there, but I feel like I need to find out. In here. Our secret to a happy marriage and our coping mechanism definitely is humor, and honestly, we spend a lot of time laughing at each other. We don't really get offended because that's just always been our dynamic. When we were dating, we bickered. Actually, before we were dating, we bickered all the time. And when we started dating, we really didn't even tell anybody. We were in Bible college at the time, and I just had some bad experiences with people getting into relationships, and I felt like they were kind of ruining it, so I didn't want anyone to know. Well, everyone knew us as the two who rode to college together because we commuted, and we were always bickering. So honestly, there were people when we announced it in our chapel service that honestly laughed out loud or thought we were joking because they never thought that we would be the two to get married. So the tulips need to be in 6 hours of sun a day.
Yikes.
So
the only place that's going to work is in the
backyard.
Right. You could do in front of the things you were going to buy for the porch, right?
That.
So you could do a line there across the front.
Oh, right. If I did the
you could do them on the side, the far side of the porch. You could plant a bunch of them there. Because that gets a fair amount of sun. So you're looking at the sliding glass doors and the deck on this side.
Oh, no one will see them here.
We would see them, but yeah.
Because if I put them where the hyssop and the hydrangeas are going, then I can't do it now. Which is fine.
I mean, there's...
I can order the other bushes today.
Yeah. Right, but I would put them in front of the bushes. That's
right.
Where I would put
Obviously,
them,
or you won't see them.
Yep.
All right, and how about that? We're putting the leaf blower on top of the box of hatchets, so I can't help but think we are burying the hatchet. Get it? That's a mom joke for you. I want to see if I can get some of this stuff. That's so nasty. Vacuumed up, and if I take it a section at a time, I'm hoping it doesn't just come back so fast that I'm not really getting anything done, but I'm getting really sick of daddy long legs. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing the section over where we have been working, and then I'm going to kind of work my way around the basement with the organizing. So the next area is going to be where I have all the summer stuff. And so I'm going to vacuum up until that point, knowing that next time I'll be over there anyway, and I'll do that section there as well. Now, an interesting story, this is a shop vac, and I couldn't find the extender. So my husband took one of the poles that are for the shelves, like the shelves you see in front of me right here, those black poles that go from shelf to shelf. It fit in the vacuum, so we were able to put an extender on it so that I could still reach with my little 5'5" self and get the ceiling vacuumed out. And I wanted to explain with the tulips. So we had taken out the raised bed that is in front of our deck, and I'm going to be replacing the raised bed with some hyssop. I saw hyssop when we went to the farmer's market, and it was just so beautiful and tall with purple flowers. And deer don't like hyssop because it tastes like black licorice, like anise. So I thought, well, that will be perfect. And originally I was going to put hydrangeas there too, and reading up on hydrangeas, I can tell I get way too much sun there I'm just going to be fighting the hydrangea all the time from dying. So what I'm going to do is put the hyssop there, and I'm going to put little groups of tulips in between each hyssop, because I think I'm going to get 3 hyssops, and I'm hoping to get it today. Today is Sunday when I'm doing this voiceover, and I'm hoping to stop at a garden center on our way home and grab myself a few hyssop bushes, and I definitely will show them to you.
Before I call it done, I want to get outside and clean the other side of this window.
This window is actually plastic, or it's plexiglass. The window right here had been broken, so my husband replaced it, and he replaced it with a plastic. You can see the kayaks are out there. Now, you might notice if my camera is good enough quality, and if you're watching this large enough, that this is not perfect. It's kind of streaky, but I felt good about where we're at. It looks so much better than it did. You know, probably not the only time I will clean this window, but for today, it is definitely good enough. We also decided not to go to the dump. Instead, we decided to go ahead and get the stuff that we were going to be donating to the restore place, and so Robin got it loaded up and took it. We spent some time reflecting on how much stuff we've actually gotten out of our basement, and it is quite amazing, and I can't even believe that I'm at a place to start organizing. So it's just so good. So here is the before, and now here is the after. It looks so much better. I hope this video was an encouragement to you to just take the smaller spaces and do it one little section at a time. We're going to go all the way around and get this basement completely organized. So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you've missed any of the decluttering, I'll put the full playlist on the upper left side. Remember, as always, God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.